Welcome, friends and future colleagues, to a new and reinvented Law Guest. You have come to the most interesting legal platform for talk shows and more. We give you the most candid talks with people who you look up to. So, I'm your host for today, Muskan Naran. I'm a second year law student from DY Patil University. We have with us today Advocate Vivek Narayan Sharma. He is the former Joint Secretary of the Supreme Court Association for Advocates on Record in New Delhi. He has been a practicing Supreme Court lawyer for the last 2 decades. He is also the president of Society for Criminal Justice and national advisor to Ladli Foundation. He has been awarded many titles like Star Advocate on Record, Fit India Legal Icon, and many more. So you might have seen Sir in a lot of webinars and social media platforms because he has a tremendous social media presence. I also had the opportunity to see him on many webinars, and I'm so glad to have you on my own show, Sir, today. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
It's a pleasure, Muskan, and my best wishes to all who are going to hear the conversation. I hope that I bring some good points for your innovation, motivation, and betterment of life.
Right. So, sir, because I told you that this was supposed to be really candid, people I don't think are going to come to get anything like that. People are just here to get to know you better. Even I am here just to sit
Yeah.
and get to
So
know
we are
you.
in any case having an informal conversation, so I can
Right.
sip some hot chocolate.
Ooh, I thought that's amazing, sir. So,
Yeah, we cannot go out, so I'm using Chocola hot chocolate here.
right, great. I love hot chocolate. So, so let's
Yeah.
we always start with how were you as a law student and why did you decide to do law?
Mm, I was good as a law student to the extent in as much as means I was clear about my fundas and the thought process. Prior to coming to law, I was having my science subject actually. I had physics, chemistry, maths, and I was even good one of the topper in the mathematics in the university.
Wow.
So the this really the means my way of thinking was always to go analytical and logical and on the reasonable side. Okay, if there is a thing, then there has to be some reasoning attached to it. Or
Mhm.
whatever we are saying, we should support it by a reasoning because in science, we are always doing it. Means if any theorem we
Mhm.
have to prove, any theory we have to prove, then there has to be reasoning behind it. There
Right.
has to be a formula, maybe a funda behind it when you
Mhm.
resolve the problems in mathematics. So the my learning from those varied subjects of science was this that whatever I have to do, I have to do in a reasonable manner,
Mhm.
and then of course I have to test my own thinking
Mhm.
behind any thought process.
Right.
So the before acting or reacting, and then certainly means being reasonable, logical, really helped me in the field of law. So when I became a law student, so it was easy for me. I didn't used to means I was not good in really uh, learning things by the like crawling the
Rote
subject
learning.
and then so I was methodical in the sense that I used to devise myself into several bullet points,
Mhm.
and then qua bullet point, if suppose there are several pages of information which I have to mug up, so I'll not mug up an information. This is what I
Right.
used to do. So my way was instead of mugging up, I will divide them into several parts,
Right.
and to every parts I would give one word or one line or something.
Hmm.
And with regard to that one word, I would remember the next 10 lines. So to
Hmm.
remember, to recall those 10 lines, I would just need that one word. So what I
Hmm.
used to do is,
Right.
suppose we all have heard Big Bear,
Yes. Yes.
Big Bear. So similarly, I used to give those kind of acronyms to my learnings during the
Okay.
examination time. So I used to use those acronyms for me and expanding those acronyms. So it used to happen this also
Mhm.
that the memory used to flash me totally in clear sense what was written in the book which I had read. So
Wow.
I used to just write that thing down.
Wow.
So I never experienced post my examination that thing.
Wow. Nice. So, sir, you
But
might have
that
a
time
photographic memory.
I had I had then, but then as I told you, I was never a person who used to really love the mugging up.
Right.
So I was always extempo, and I don't mug up. I'll just make short points. I have given so many speeches all around. So in one of the speeches, I was in South Africa. So
Mm.
I was giving constitutional speech on various constitutions in the global perspective,
Right.
and the human rights, another speech there. So the peers, my friends, they were surprised that I don't have a note. I said, okay, means I'll just prepare my note now in front of you during the lunch break.
Right.
So I started preparing some pointers. I wrote down my points, and these were the highlights, headings, and then I just expanded my speech there.
Right.
So it was always like this. So mugging up had never been my area of thinking.
Mhm. Right. So, sir, why did you decide to especially go into law? Like you were from a science background. How did you come across
Right.
law, that law is a thing that you can do, and how did you come into it?
Yeah, there is an interesting story behind it. Why I joined law. Actually, I wanted to become a fighter pilot.
Okay.
So I appeared in my PABT test just 3-4 months before I appeared in the law exam.
Right.
So it so happened that I passed the written part of PABT. This is pilot aptitude battery test, which happens only once in a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
But I lost somehow in the machine part.
Okay.
So there was difficulty pertaining because I'm a left-hander. So there was some difficulty at that point that I
Mm.
confronted with the machines, and these machines were right-handed oriented.
Okay.
So the orientation of was for the right-handers, not for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I did well. So I was tested again
Mm.
after a few days, but then ultimately means I was failed in the machine.
Right.
So after that means that dream that I had since childhood, I
Mm.
had lost that. So therefore, I had to think what I have to do now.
Mm.
So during those years, when I was in SSB at Dehradun, I still have few friends there. There, several of them are colonel and placed at
Mm.
various places. One is a wing commander. So uh, I made certain friends. So many of them suggested me that I should do modeling.
Right.
So in the SSB, we spent 6 days together at Dehradun SSB board.
Mm.
And everybody used to call me Soman at that point in time. I'm talking about this is February 1st, February 2000, 1996
Right.
that I appeared in my PABT.
Mm.
So in that first week of that period, in 1 week time, everybody was calling me. So when wing commander, there was some Mathu who was interviewing me, and then when he called me for interview, so immediately the moment I entered, so he said, "So Mr. Soman," I said, "Sir, my name is Vivek." And then
Right.
everybody calling is Soman. So Milan Soman was famous due to
Right.
that tough head also in 95. And in fact, I was unaware about being brought up in Meerut. So I was totally unaware about glamour and
Right.
what modeling is and what does it, or who is Milan Soman. I was unaware about it
Mm-hmm.
because we were just busy in studies and most of the time used to spend in the libraries.
Okay.
So so that was a thing. And then I said, "Sir, I don't even know what modeling is." So
Mm.
he said, he told me, "No, you are lying." Then I said, "Sir, I don't lie."
Wow.
So this all happened. So thereafter, after an hour, the interview went on for around 40 minutes, and every one of them thought, "Okay, you have taken a lot of time," because either people were taking around the same time, an hour or so,
Mm.
or they were just being sent out in 10 minutes.
Okay.
So it was considered when the interview is going on for long, then the chance is very bright that the person is going to taken in the.
Right.
But then somehow I failed the PABT, so there was no recourse for me.
Mm.
And at the same time, I was in NCC, I had C certificate. So various means the discipline was very much a big part of my life during those years, and even today.
Mm.
What I learned from today, those days, I follow it today, and
Right.
this is what I am inculcating in my children's also.
Mm.
So uh, this is how it happened that once I lost that dream, so I had to decide what I should do.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought of modeling because some friction was given to me, and so many
Mm.
people. There was a particular group who never used to talk to us. Rather, they used to envy in everything, and we used to beat them all. So
Okay.
in the batch of say around 70, so there were several groups built up. So that was the most atrocious group that we had. So I
Right.
had my group, and then so this atrocious group, the two people of that group came to me at the railway station, and
Mm.
they asked me, Vivek, let me tell you one thing. You should do modeling, and you are gonna be a big model,
Right.
and nobody can stop it.
Hmm.
So it gave friction to my mind. Ki, okay, means I can adopt modeling as a hobby. So later on, in later point, I decided that I will do modeling as hobby,
Hmm.
and I will pursue law as a career because I was good
Okay.
in arguments.
Right.
I was good in reasoning, and
Mhm.
even it used to so happen even in my childhood time period, people used to talk about even dharm, religion, and other aspects when they used to discuss and talk and debate. So I
Mhm.
used to beat them all
Mhm.
by sheer thinking in the right direction and
Mhm.
respecting all.
Right.
So that motivated, those experiences motivated me
Mhm.
to become lawyer. Then another very important aspect that came to my mind was because I wanted to serve the nation,
Mhm.
and serving the nation through any other means, uh, my wings would have been cut. Means if
Mhm.
I would have tried to join IAS or any other services, then in that case, you are most of the time, means I had heard experiences from various people, various part of the society, because I had close friends whose father was commissioner of Meerut, IG of Meerut. So I had means a very close knit family, in the sense that I used to sit with those babus in the very beginning of my
Mhm.
childhood. So I
Mhm.
had seen their own problems and fights within the systems, and when
Mhm.
they used to talk to my father as well. So I decided I will become lawyer. It is
Right.
an independent, and then of course some history really worked in my mind that at the time of independence there were 72% parliamentarians who were lawyers, and then
Right.
globally, if you see, all the radical changes have been founded and brought by the lawyers.
Right.
So it becomes a very important, means being lawyer, there becomes a very important responsibilities on us, that
Mhm.
we could bring betterment in the society.
Mhm. Right.
And of course without grinding, without having an axe to grind for any reason, means
Mhm.
not being unbiased is something which I always thought that I would be, and I
Right.
have been successful till date.
Right. So, sir, how have you been as a law student, if you say from first year to the last year?
Hmm.
Were you like one of
During the
those?
first year
Uh,
time.
so, sir, were you one of those
Mhm.
law students who make their notes and don't share with anybody because you are kind of a genius when it comes to notes?
No, not at all. Let me tell you one experience, not one experience, there are several experiences.
Right.
So in one of the matter, at one time in my mathematics paper,
Mhm.
some the several questions which had been out of syllabus.
Mhm.
So the syllabus questions were only of the to the extent of 40%. 60% paper was out of syllabus.
Right.
So I examined the paper, and everybody was shouting it is out of syllabus. We were sitting at the in the Meerut college then, and
Mhm.
this was something, okay, this is, so I just calculated, okay, two questions are within syllabus, one and another half portion was also is within the syllabus,
Mhm.
and two and a half questions as per me were out of syllabus, but I could have attempted and I could have brought the right answers to them.
Right.
I had just thought out the methodology and I had the answers to them. So what I suggested, within 5-10 minutes time after examining the question paper,
Mhm.
to the professor, because all in all the classes there were that means people were just shouting this is out of syllabus, and they were talking about the walkout.
Right.
And there used to be a lot of walkouts during those years. Okay, paper has come from out of syllabus, so there would be no question paper, people will not attend, and they would walk out.
Wow.
And we were in the setting where we were in the Meerut setting.
Mhm.
So where there was a lot of rowdiness present
Right.
within the people. So now went to the professors who were invigilators there. I told them, sir, two and a half questions for sure I can do. One and a half questions I am sure that I would be correct, though it is out of syllabus.
Right.
And then one question I can try, which I am sure, means I cannot ascertain, but with some help I can solve this also.
Mhm.
Maybe with the help, maybe without help.
Mhm.
And I will take maybe half an hour or 45 minutes. In the meantime, people may attempt those two and a half questions. And
Mhm.
for the remaining two and a half questions, I will first of all attempt them. I will create a solution. and then that solution can be put on the board, and then everybody can just have the answer to that.
Right. Mhm.
So they said, no, no, it can't be, it can't happen. It is cheating, this and that. Manika, sir, it would have been cheating, but because the paper is out of syllabus, so we are not expected to perform these things.
Right.
And this one paper will be the energy put behind putting this paper, and energy and monetary, the thing that has been, means the state monetary thing, money has been put to organize this examination all around in different centers. So we can save that thing.
Right.
So getting convinced with my argument, he went to meet the principal.
Okay.
I
Wow.
asked him, sir, आप एक बार principal sir से जाके मिलिए, उनको बोलिए कि मैंने ये suggestion दिया है.
Mhm.
And it means principal used to come to our house. So
Okay.
he went there. By chance, principal was not there. So
Hmm.
vice principal was there. Vice principal said no to this. So
Oh.
now the paper had to walk out. So
Mhm.
now we are walking out of the class after an hour ordeal,
Right.
after about half an hour ordeal.
Hmm.
So when we are walking out in one of the class, they were a boy, a girl who were taking the examination still, and they were not walking out. So when the rowdy people of the group who were walking out of the paper, they saw them, they went there, they snatched their paper.
God.
So I immediately reached there. I said, you see, if you want me to be with you, those people who want to take the examination, we have to allow them. And
Hmm.
then second thing is, you cannot you cannot misbehave with them. Respect their feeling. Let them take the examination. They said कि then in that case हमारा फिर examination दोबारा होगा नहीं.
Hmm.
अगर किसी ने भी attempt कर लिया तो फिर नहीं होगा. मैंने कहा it doesn't matter. We
Hmm.
will fight it out, but we will not fight it out going against the intention and the very feeling of people.
Right. Hmm.
We can't force them. It is their right to take examination. And then there were other examinations also going. They were shouting. I said, look, guys, I am ready to be with you only if you do not shout at all. If we are walking out, we will walk out without spurring a word.
Hmm.
Whatever we have to do, we will go outside the college and then do. Not at this place where examination of other subjects are also going on.
Right.
So we will not create any disturbance. So
Hmm.
you won't believe every one of them just stopped, and then we came out, and then they all of them said, "You are our leader." I said, "No, I will not be. I
Right.
will not be leader. I am part of you. So let's decide. Let's have 5 people out of the group. Let's elect them so that those 5 people could talk to the VC.
Hmm.
So there should be a representation, and I don't want to go alone.
Right.
So there should be 5 people. So accordingly, so 5 people, when they were electing those 5 people के कौन होने चाहिए, I said there should be at least 2 girls in them.
Right. Wow.
So this is how the panel of 5 people was formed. Then we went to meet VC.
Hmm.
So VC told me that you see, paper was very much within the syllabus. In another college, the paper was attempted, and this and that. मैंने कहा, sir, the controversy would end only on one factor if we examine one thing.
Hmm.
आप कहते हैं कि पेपर सिलेबस के अंदर है,
Hmm.
मैं कहता हूं या हम सारे लोगों की एंटिसिपेशन ये है कि पेपर सिलेबस के बाहर है.
Hmm.
You appoint a teacher right now and bring him to the table.
Hmm.
He will tell us कि okay, these questions are from these chapters of the syllabus,
Hmm.
and then I will tell you these chapters are from which chapters out of the syllabus.
Oh, wow.
Means they were from other books, and I had this knack of reading various other things. So I used to do a lot of R&D all around. As I told you, I had this habit of reading varied subjects, so many things, and not only varied, but in various dimensions as well.
Hmm.
So I knew from where these questions had come. So I
Right.
was very confident. So on this, he got really angry. मैंने कहा बिल्कुल इससे मालूम हो जाएगा कि ये कहाँ से है कहाँ पर नहीं है. उसको
Hmm.
लगा कि अब वो पकड़ा जाएगा. So
Uh,
he said, take him out. I don't want to talk to this.
oh.
उसने कुछ गंदा शब्द यूज किया.
Hmm.
Registrar of the university took me in my his hand कि चलो सर आप बाहर चलो.
Oh.
उन्होंने कॉली लेकर बाहर लेकर बाहर जो स्टूडेंट लीडर थे वो भी अंदर बैठे हुए तो वो भी मेरे साथ बाहर आ गए. वो कहते हैं आप हमारी तरफ से प्रेसिडेंट का इलेक्शन लड़ो इस बार. So
Oh.
these were UI guys. I said I am not interested in politics. I will not contest any election. So but yeah, if you can help us out, then do that. So this is how means this one incident later on this exam was taken. वो exam हुआ
Hmm.
और it so happened कि the everything really went fine. Another incident when it happened during the attempt of AOR examination.
Hmm.
In my first examination, which was practice and procedure,
Hmm.
I completed the exam in 1 hour 35 minutes 40 minutes or so. And after that, I had some time spare. So I asked people, means if suppose anybody has something, I can really help out.
God.
So I sat there for an hour and
Right.
helped out people.
God, sir. You're too brilliant.
So wherever we can help, we should have this endeavor. There are people who will tell that I help them in the AOR examination, and not
Wow.
one or two. There,
Right.
not only in practice and procedure, but also in various other, except for drafting, because drafting paper was very lengthy, and I could not even talk to anybody.
Mm.
But that time there was this balance sheet used to come, and my balance sheet of 20 number was totally correct. And
Wow.
I जो लोग बैठे हुए थे मैंने उनको दिखा दिए मैंने कहा देख लो यार कर लो पूरा. Unfortunately they failed,
Oh God.
but then it's all right, means we can all help each other out.
Mhm. Right. So you were always a very studious person, even in law school, right from first to the last year. You were very studious and very sorted.
No, not very studious. My span was very short in the sense that if suppose I am studying, reading, then I could not have read for more than 1 hour, 2 hours in continuation.
Right.
So studious people are those who can study for 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours continuously. So my attention span for studies was only 1 hour, 2 hour at max at a time. So I'll break that span and then again redo it.
Right.
Maybe after 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So then I will inculcate a habit, do something, some other activity
Mhm.
in between time. And
Right.
then I had varied interests. I used to do swimming. I used to do kung fu. I used to play guitar. I used to play synthesizer, and then uh, running, skates,
Mhm.
various, so many things I used to do at that point in time, even gymnastics.
Has anybody called you a genius ever? Because sir, you're totally an all-rounder, and everything that you've done is actually perfect.
No, that's all right. Means there is no requirement of see living life in the most simple manner is the most easiest way for me, and there is no genius thing attached to it. Genius are those people who really make some kind of means some invention or for me,
Mhm.
living day-to-day life in a healthy manner is not genius, but yeah, it is free from bias.
Mm. Right. But I believe, sir, you've done a lot of stuff that, and everything that you've done has been totally on point that you've done. So, sir, have you done a lot of internships when it came to studying throughout the law school?
Not lot of, only two internships. Initially, I planned to become a tax lawyer.
Okay.
So I went to a firm. There was Divan Industries in Meerut. So it used to happen means this the owner was my friend. We used to like be very close friend. So I asked him, कि, you see, I am planning to be a tax lawyer.
Mhm.
So तुम्हारी कंपनी के जितना भी एक्साइज डायरेक्ट जितना भी इनडायरेक्ट टैक्स है वो सारे मेरे को लेजर वगैरह सब चीजें देखनी है. यू टेल मी. तो उसने अपॉइंट किया तो फॉर कपल ऑफ मंथ्स आई वेंट देयर टू सी कि अच्छा क्या होता है. देन आई जस्ट थॉट कि ओके यार इट इज वेरी बोरिंग. I
Right.
can't be a tax lawyer. So that's how it had been. So then thereafter, I went to into internship. This was this Solicitor General, Mr. Dipankar P. Gupta.
Mhm.
So I had some time with them. Later on, I joined him also.
Mhm.
So this was a good time, a litigation internship.
Mhm. So, why did you decide to?
But those were not the times. But those were not the times that people were really too much into internships. It was
Right.
neither mandatory, not required, and only the very few people used to do internship who were very serious from the very beginning in the law.
Mm-hmm. Right. So, why did you decide to choose litigation? You could have chosen many other fields, like because being a first generation lawyer, the world was your oyster. You could have chosen anything. But why did you decide to choose litigation?
You see, I got the opportunity in litigation in the first instance it was easy for me to get, being a pass out from Meerut College, law from Meerut College, and then having the background from the government school in Hindi backgrounds and all. But at the same time, I was fine with my English all the way.
Mhm.
So the having those that mediocre background, it was difficult because it's a field of reference.
Right.
Who is referring you to join whom? That particular thing matters a lot.
Right.
And at that point in time, this was too much because I was not exposed to Delhi University or means Bangalore University, or for that matter, I did my law from this place. So in such a scenario, it was difficult to have a career prospectus. So initially, it all began with, what is the person available with me?
Mm-hmm.
And that was a litigator.
Right.
So in fact, I got my opportunity in 3 and 3.5 years time period when
Mm.
I had joined Hindustan Times as assistant legal manager.
Okay.
So I was close to Mr. Jaitley during that period time, and then one day I decided, okay, seeing the same faces all together, and these people have so much of ego. Also, lawyers practicing at Supreme Court had some ego issues always. So many times they were so much engrossed within themselves कि अभी वो आपसे बात कर रहे हैं थोड़ी देर में, means they are not even recognizing you. Who are you?
Wow.
And
Okay.
this is because of the reason that the mind is somewhere else. They are seeing you, but actually they are not connecting you with their mind. So
Okay.
it so happens, being a busy lawyer, sometimes so happens. So I didn't like this thing. So I felt like, okay, I need to go out. Means I got bored from litigation at that point in time. This is I'm talking about 2002.
Okay. Long back.
So I joined Hindustan Times. So Mr. Ryan Karanjewala had asked Mr. Chorodia, who was vice president of HT, and Mr. Ryan को बोला था मिस्टर जेटली ने मेरे लिए कि विवेक ज्वाइन करना चाहता है तो इसको ज्वाइन कर.
Okay.
So now what happens? I joined it. Within a month and a half period of time, 2-3 incidents happened.
Mm.
First incident was that this was a court of some GP Singh or some lawyer in some judge, metropolitan magistrate in Patiala House.
Okay.
So there was some theft of electronic computer parts in the HT. So there was this prosecution going on.
Mm.
This was a defense witness going on.
Mm.
And then public prosecutor was cross-examining the thief,
Okay. Mm.
it's the purported thief.
Mm.
So what happened? He was उसने उससे कोई क्वेश्चन पूछा, उसने उस क्वेश्चन का जवाब हिंदी में दिया, उसने क्वेश्चन को और आंसर को इंग्लिश में डिक्टेट कराया.
Mm.
So while he is dictating it, the meaning got changed, and the meaning was changing to the extent that uh, 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 he was this guy was incriminating himself in
Mm.
the statement at two places. So he changed it to the extent that the incrimination part just went away. There was some acceptance of some very relevant material.
Mm.
So he just omitted that. So I immediately questioned this public prosecutor. So what are you doing? Means उसने कहा कुछ है, तुम रिकॉर्ड कुछ कर रहे हो.
Right.
तो उसने क्या किया कि उसने सीधा जज साहब की तरफ देखा, and I was wearing a tie,
Okay.
white shirt and tie. So उसने जज की तरफ देखा और कहा, साहब ये मेरे को क्रॉस एग्जामिन नहीं करने दे रहे हैं.
Mm.
जज साहब ने बोला कि मेरी तरफ उंगली ऐसे करते हुए, आप you go out.
Oh God.
Oh my God, means you see, उससे पहले मेरा experience in the office of Solicitor General of India, and just prior to that, I had come from the office of Mr. Dipankar P. Gupta, and it was a very high esteemed office
Mm.
in Supreme Court. It was not a very small office.
Mm.
So one of the finest office. He was Solicitor General of India also.
Right.
So for a minute,
Mm.
I could not think what to do. I
Right.
did not go also.
Right.
And then he again saw me standing there. He asked me, I told you to go out. Why are you standing here?
Mm.
I took my composure. I said, my lord, I have to say a thing.
Mm.
Allow me to say a thing. Allow me. So he said, okay. And I said, my lord, before standing here in this tie,
Mm.
I have practiced 3 years, more than 3 years in the Office of Solicitor General of India.
Mm.
And here I am surprised and shocked that the witness is speaking, saying something, and he's recording something else. And when I'm pointing out that this is a wrong recording, and
Mm.
he is saying you go out, and Milord is also suggesting that I should go out.
Right.
I'm really surprised and shocked. And
Mm.
I think I'm ready and willing to throw this tie just right now and wear my band.
Mm.
Because the reason was, being lawyer, no judge can misbehave with you like this.
Right. Mm.
And I had been lawyer for 3.5 years prior to that period.
Mm.
So I did not understand, I did not accept that kind of behavior from a judge either.
Mm.
So then he respected me. He said, "Ki, all right, I'll record this
Mm.
myself." So that was one incident. Then in another matter, we were briefing Mr. Endlaw. He was then a senior advocate of High Court. So
Mm.
this was also a complicated matter. So we had our lawyers who were representing. So I was sitting in the conference, being the representative of the company. So during the conference, some issue arose. Then I suggested, sir, I think we can do this in this fashion.
Right.
Mr. Justice, now Justice Endlaw,
Mm.
then he was senior advocate. He said, I didn't ask you. Please keep quiet till the time I ask you. I'm talking to the lawyers.
Mm.
If we would have anything to ask you, then we'll ask you. I felt insulted.
Mm.
I said, ki, I can't take this kind of rigors in my life.
Right.
Despite the question, ki, okay, this may provide me a security. I was planning on language courses. Max Miller Bhavan say German, and then Alliance Francaise say French
Right.
learn karne ka I was planning.
Mm.
I said, come, go to hell. I don't want to learn any language. First, I need to work on my dignity. Nobody can take my dignity.
Mm.
So I immediately thereafter I went to meet Mr. Gopal Subramaniam. I used to have a very good relationship with him.
Mm.
So whenever we used to talk on intellectual level on several occasions. And
Mm.
sometimes he used to say, कि, okay, Vivek, जरा पंजा लड़ाना. तो वो पंजाबी लड़ाते थे. I used to guide him in his workouts. So following my workouts, he had some of them he had lost a lot of weight during that period.
Right. Wow.
He has become very thin in 2002, 3, 4 during that period. So I asked him, sir, this is the confusion I am confronting. What is your opinion? I have come to seek your opinion in this.
Mm.
So he said, you see, being in the corporation, it will afford you security, monetary security, and various other securities.
Mm.
But in the short period of time, maybe 5 years or 10 years, you will get bored. Your and it means your own kind of your kind self is not such which can accept this thing, and these incidents have already really scrawled you outside the perimeter. So I think you should leave. So thereafter means I did not look back. So one feeling arose in me that I love litigation.
Mm.
I bounced back in the litigation from the place from where I was getting bored in within 1 month, within 2 months period. I could understand, no, I love it. I
Mm.
really love that rigors and whatever I used to do apart from my social dignity.
Mm.
So I decided to never look back from litigation.
Right.
So
Wow.
that's how it had been.
So it brings you a lot of confidence when you are there and you are actually in front of the judge and in the whole situation in the court.
Yeah, but prior to that, something had happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I was arguing this matter of Ganga Action Plan. I was a counsel for various corporators in the Supreme Court.
Mm-hmm.
It so happened from my side, I had engaged Mr. Kapil Sibal and Mr. K.K. Venugopal and Mr. P.N. Mishra, all three senior advocates, and another Mr. Krishnan Venugopal, who is now senior. He was not senior then. So we used to strategize in the matter together.
Right.
So in that matter, what had happened, Mr. Harish Salve, he was then Solicitor General of India.
Wow.
He
Mm-hmm.
came to argue the matter on one particular date. Mr. P.N. Mishra was busy in his election of being Vice President in Supreme Court.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mr. Sibal was in Parliament. he could not attend that matter on that day. Mr. Venugopal had gone, this was April, he had gone to London pre-vacation. And Krishnan Venugopal was arguing in the CAT. So it so happened that I am pitched against Mr. Harish Salve, Mr. Gopal Subramaniam on my left hand side, Mr. Harish Salve on my right hand side. So
Wow.
Mr. Harish Salve was representing Union of India, and then Mr. Gopal Subramaniam was representing the UP Jal Nigam, against which we had come. So in fact, the back story was that UP Jal Nigam was granted GAP Ganga Action Plan contracts in the very beginning. And from 87 to 91, 92, when the phase 1 completed, the impurities had rather increased than getting decreased. So no good workmanship they had adopted, no good plans they had adopted. So there were various defects scientifically, and topographical defects were there in their planning. The sewage used to be all-time filled, 8 months or 9 months out of 12 months. They used to overflow. So the overflowing sewage would go to the Ganga directly. So there were various issues involved. So this matter was very bulky, and I had prepared a counter affidavit in the matter. And this matter was being done by Mr. MC Mehta prior to my coming in. So in fact, this matter was taken from the hands of MC Mehta and was delivered to me then in 2001. So there is another story to that. So I was doing this matter, and then nobody was there. So Mr. Justice Patnaik was hearing this matter along with Mr. Justice Brijesh Patel, and he had certain queries. He asked several things, and I answered. And then thereafter, in the meantime, Mr. Solicitor jumped into the argument, and then he said, "We have our own plan which we are executing. Who are they to really stop us?" I said, "My lord, this is not their. UP Jal Nigam has the plan, and they are the funding agency, NCDRC. Sorry, not NRCD. National River Conservation Directorate was the funding agency. Nodal agency to carry out the entire planning and execution was UP Jal Nigam." So I said, "My lord, this is the position, and this particular fact is totally incorrect on the face of the record." There were various arguments took place prior to that. So we were sticking on this point. To that effect, I wanted to show several communication. So I said, "My lord, may turn to page number so and so, some 200 something, their own communication where this reflects this position."
Right.
Then I was showing another communication. So while I was saying, I was turning the page, I was waiting the my lords to turn on the pages, which I am asking them. But because Solicitor General of India had stated a factual position, so the judges did not want to dispute that position. That was the difficulty.
Okay.
And that brought anger in me. And on the spot, I said very categoric and very strong words to the judges. I said, "If my lords are not willing to hear what I am arguing, then what is the point in arguing before your lord?" Then Mr. Justice G.V. Patnaik was sitting like this, and then he said, "What did you say?" I repeated those very sentence in a very rage manner. I was very outrageous. 3 years of practice.
Right.
So this was April 2002. So nothing of that sort, and then all blah blah blah. So then he came forward. He said, "What are you saying, Mr. Counsel?"
Right.
So Mr. Gopal Subramaniam was sitting on my left hand side. He पता नहीं उन्होंने मेरा हाथ पकड़ा या गाउन पकड़ा. What did he say? He pulled it. मुझे लगा कि मैं बहुत arrogant हो गया हूँ. मैं बहुत बदतमीजी कर रहा हूँ. So I refined my word. I changed my tone immediately. I said softly, "My lord, I'm trying my best to safeguard the public money, to do my best and the circumstances. And in a scenario like this, I anticipate a fair hearing to me." So somehow he heard, but then he did not, he though noted that I argued vehemently, disputing the position narrated by the Solicitor General of India, but at the same time, he recorded his argument. And on that basis, he allowed the central government to execute the plan. And
Right.
then immediately there were 100 crore to release. 500 crore was already sanctioned.
Hmm.
And immediately on all TV news channels, the news had come that okay, UP Jal Nigam has got the go ahead to execute the plan.
Hmm.
I examined the order. There was no UP Jal Nigam in that, and then I filed a clarification application in the later hour of the day. And that application was heard in 3 4 months time.
Hmm.
And now this application is being argued by Mr. K.K. Venugopal on our behalf, and then Gopal Subramaniam sir is opposing this application.
Hmm.
He's saying, no, it is very categorical, and then we can do it. So this time we had done so much of work that we had brought out so much of information to the effect that UP Jal Nigam has been blacklisted in various government contracts, and even by World Bank for aid, and
Hmm.
various the projects where UP Jal Nigam would be a nodal agency or executing agency, and in that case, World Bank will not provide any loan or assistance, financial assistance to such projects to
Hmm.
that extent. So Mr. Gopal Subramanian said that, my lord, the order is very clear.
Hmm.
There is no embargo. So, Mr. Patnaik, you won't believe, he pointed out towards me.
Hmm.
We still remember what the young council had argued on that day.
Hmm.
So he remembered what I had argued on that day 4 months back.
Right, right. Wow. Surely left an impression.
So things are sometimes you never know. So I had been in my spirit, in my element always.
Hmm.
Very recently, last year, I was some contempt notice was issued against me by the Chief Justice of Delhi High Court.
Bored. Okay.
I was representing this caddies, caddy turn golfers, like even India number one golfer Rashid Khan to that, and there were so many like him whom I was representing because Delhi Golf Club had stopped their entry into the club. So
Hmm.
there were various contentious issues which were very genuine, which we were raising, and we were not allowed to argue the
Hmm.
matter. So being in that position, I had to speak what I had to, and then he issued a contempt notice. But
Right.
in 2 days' time, it so happened something that he called me in his chamber here, and the chief himself said sorry to me.
Right.
So he means I'm doing my work, You
Hmm.
hang me, you want to hang me, you hang me. I'm ready to be hanged. I was born on 10th May,
Hmm.
and 10th May has a significance that the 1857 fight of independence was started on that day. So I take that significance in my life, and I just remain like a rebel for that matter.
Right. Wow, sir. Beautiful. So, are there some things that you hate about the legal system?
See, there's nothing I hate.
Hmm. Okay. So,
We
being in
can
a
improve a thing.
hmm.
So let us settle on that point. There is nothing I hate. I
Right.
have nothing to hate.
Hmm.
And of course, there are good things, there are bad things.
Hmm.
In the bad things, we have to improve by way of serious thinking and planning and execution.
Right.
And सबसे important जो है वो bona fide ही है that you really want to improve things.
Right.
Not for your own sake, but for the sake of society you want to improve.
Hmm. Right.
And that kind of idealism is vastly present. It was very grossly present in me when I was young. It is grossly present in me today because I preserved it.
Hmm.
So many people lose esteem out of it,
Hmm.
and they start thinking on material parts to earn money, to have positions in society, to have power. So their divergence take place the primary seat instead of that idealism.
Hmm.
So I just believe that the students, the young, the youth of the country has the highest amount of idealism, which we need to
Hmm.
preserve.
Right.
How do we preserve? By way of facilitating them, by way of guiding them, by way of helping them at the right time.
Right.
When they would be part of the corrupt system, when they would be thrown because of the corrupt system, or when they would benefit from the corrupt system. So there are various events which will
Hmm.
make them corrupt.
Hmm.
So
Right.
we have to see how we can really imbibe a system, or how we can improve to that extent that we could preserve that kind of light
Hmm. Right.
to improve the system.
Right. So, what? what is something that you wake up in the morning and you feel motivated about in this profession or in your life in general? Something that gets you
So
out
the
of the
thing,
bed.
actually, when I get out of bed, the first thing I do my prayer and then I sit for meditation.
Okay,
So
wow.
I don't think anything. Now no thought comes to me.
Right. Wow. So, how has meditation helped you in, let's say, your career and your life? Because I think you've been an advocate of meditation for the longest time.
Yeah, I'm doing meditation since my college time,
Right.
and I used to do at that point in time. I used to wake up at 3:30 in the morning
Hmm.
and used to sit for meditation under the sky, directly under the sky, so that
Wow.
I could have bilkul clean air
Hmm.
and the gaze of stars, fresh air.
Right.
So uh, it has helped me in knowing myself,
Hmm.
and knowing the self will make you will enable you to know the world
Hmm.
all around, and knowing the self and the word will make you will also enable you to design as to what you want to do.
Hmm.
So you may decide a vision which is self oriented. You
Hmm.
may decide on a vision which is means family oriented. You may decide on a vision which is society oriented.
Right.
So with the time, within that period of time, I worked on a vision which is society welfare of the society oriented.
Wow. Hmm.
So it is always there in my mind. If I can help anybody, if you want to take the flesh of me, so maybe I would be ready to give. The only thing is, it should be your requirement,
Right.
not for your fun.
Right. Right. Sir, I think your video is off.
Is it?
Yo, sir, it's fine.
It's going on.
It's fine now, sir. Actually got interrupted.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So, sir, if you think about some the things that you did, so you've been in the practice for a long time, and you've been so starting from being a law student to right now. What do you think that
Mhm.
you've done right that has got you here today, or maybe something that you can change that in the past life?
But here is what.
Sir, actually, sir,
First, you will have to define the here. Where am I?
sir, I think
I don't see any difference from what I was 20 years back. I'm there only today within myself.
so, but if you see your introduction, I think everybody is really would be really impressed by how much you've done in this time. So, is there something? So, if
But I
any,
never consider it anything done. I never consider it means because of course there is an internal. If suppose I have to internalize this thing, so it does not affect me or it does not put any weight inside me. So I just keep on doing. I believe in keep on doing.
right?
Let it collect, but don't count it.
Hmm.
So the what if suppose means that position, whatever means you the word may appreciate. So those positions are means the clarity in thought is very important.
Right.
Clarity in thought comes with a right kind of way of life.
Hmm.
Right kind of way of life will come when you think about the welfare of your body, your mind, and your surroundings.
Right.
Very important.
Hmm.
So if even if your surrounding is something which is dismal in nature, which will keep on creating hurdles for your growth,
Hmm.
then it will not bring happiness to you. So it is very important that first of all you need to be happy within inside. And how do you keep happy within inside? That your mind functions happily and your body also functions happily. So think
Hmm.
of both perspectives
Right.
while you earn, while you do whatever you do,
Hmm.
but take care of your well-being. Very important.
Right.
Then second thing is keep your surrounding very clean and clear. And that can only be kept by one way. That you are honest with your surroundings. You are not keeping anything and you are not doing anything which is not required to be done.
Hmm. Right.
So if you expect respect, then give respect to people.
Hmm.
So whatever you are expecting, give it them. That's it.
Hmm. So, is there someone would you would like to give the credit for all your success, or someone or something that you would like
The good powers of the society and of course my family definitely means my wife has been instrumental in this,
to? Right.
and it's a great journey together.
Hmm.
We had in fact met on road and she had asked me something, and then that's how we had started conversating. And
Wow,
within a few hours time, I could just devise in my mind, okay, she's the one with whom I can live my life.
that's so beautiful.
So it was written in my diary then
Right.
only.
Wow, sir. That
And
is beautiful. So, sir, have you had any ideal or somebody who is your mentor that you followed through, or you've always kept in touch with them and always like taken guidance from them?
no, there have been definitely every one of us has certain mentors. We learn, and in my case, there have been endless. I learn from even things which are not live. I learn from maybe the things which are like trees.
Mm,
So I can learning comes. There are so many different kinds of learning. The knowledge is vastly present in the universe,
mm,
and it will never be complete. Nobody can ever get the complete knowledge. Even when the gods take birth on this earth, they would, because you can carry only to that extent this body would allow.
mm,
So the knowledge is all together means my the favorite have been Swami Vivekanand. I
yes,
had read a lot about him. I had read Gita. I had read various scriptures, Purans. I had read various fictions, various foreign writers, history and geography of the world.
mm,
So universe, I had varied interests. So I used to read a lot at that point in time,
right,
and now also I'm reading due to the COVID time.
right. So, what are you
So
reading?
don't ask. There are so many means complicated subjects.
Oh, really?
So I'm reading out various books to my children
Okay.
every day for around 1.5 hours to 2 hours. Both
Mm,
of them I read out books to them, and then 8 o'clock we just shut down everything for reading, and then post 10 o'clock me and my wife we read a couple of more books, and
right.
then scriptures we are reading.
Okay.
So these are. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. I can. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see. Yes.
So we
So,
are reading out various scriptures.
how old are your sons, sir?
One is going to be 13, and the other one, younger one, is 7.
Okay, great. So, sir, since we have almost reached the end of the show, so I would just like to ask you one thing. So, two things actually. If you could be anything except a lawyer, what would you
Sage.
be? Right. It suits actually. So, and the second thing, what is the youth of today doing right that you appreciate, and something that wrong that they should change?
They are not doing right or wrong, and we cannot really give a blanket statement with regard to this aspect. Youth has the idealism, as I mentioned you earlier.
Mm,
They need to preserve this idealism. If they preserve this idealism, then what India is today, what the number of events of corruption which are present in the society today,
mm,
they will reduce tomorrow
mm,
by keeping the idealism intact.
right.
Because when they would be in a position, in some positions of power, or doing things for society, that would be a position in 10 years, 20 years time.
Mm,
So if they would be able to preserve this idealism despite the rigors of life, then the society will get benefit, and India will means instead of suffering, it will uh, move towards success.
right. So, sir, what lies ahead for you in the future?
I don't know.
Right. You're keeping it
I
very
don't
simple.
contemplate.
Mhm.
I do not. I don't contemplate future, and I just do things as they come to me, and then I just try to do my best.
Right. Great, sir. So thank you, sir, so much for being on the show. I think everybody has enjoyed a lot today. This has been a really, interesting show because of all the stories that you've told us, and we got to know you so better today. So thank you so much for coming on my show, sir.
Okay, pleasure. All the best to you. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, sir.